name is Dennise Williams, an approved financial coach, and we're going to be starting a series called Power of the Purse. We're looking at how to add some more coins to your purse, and because we're all about building your financial table. Now, just imagine your table has 4 legs. The first leg is about income and the variety of ways you can earn income. Then, of course, there's protection, and protecting your family includes debt elimination and risk management. Then we have long-term savings, which is all about hitting your goals and dreams. And then we have the mindset. And so we're going to be just taking the journey to grow your purse, add more coins to your purse in this series. And we're going to be looking at money as an energy. We're going to be looking at income strategies, asset building strategies, real estate strategies, different tools that you can use in this Power of the Purse series in the next couple of episodes of Financially Focused. And I really want you to just take a minute, visit our website, financiallyfocusedmedia.com, check out our free financial independence course, and implement, take notes, get a pen, get paper, take notes. We've got a lot of experts coming up. You can reach out to them, and we're just going to really mentor you, guide you, and pour into you so that you can grow the power of your purse and have a strong financial table. I'll see you in a minute. Welcome. My name is Dennise Williams, and here on Financially Focused, we're of the view that money is energy. It's a form of energy. It circulates, it moves throughout. And so while you're building your financial table and you're strengthening your purse, we've got to look at all sides of the energy that you're putting out and bringing in. And so it's my pleasure to have with me author, minister of religion, certified life coach, and diversity, equity, and inclusion trainer, Michelle Senegal. How are you?
I'm outstanding. Thank you for having me.
Oh, awesome. So, Reverend Michelle, you are currently at the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living.
That is
and
correct.
You are the senior minister there, and you're leading the congregation to have a deeper spiritual connection with all life. You want to share a little bit about your work there?
Well, the main thing I'm endeavoring to do is to elevate consciousness, because consciousness is the ground of all being. And so if people are aware, if people are deliberate and intentional and conscious of what they're thinking, which of course fuels what they do, what they say, and if it's in alignment with things that are divine, then they live much more fulfilled and purposeful lives. And so that's where I'm starting, and that's the biggest challenge, is getting people to reprogram in a lot of situations their thinking, and to start thinking loftier thoughts.
Ah, I love that word, lofty. Yeah. And you know, we're talking about the power of the purse. You know, it's our theme, and we're bringing in, like yourself, experts in areas of investing, and but we want to talk about the spiritual side, because there's a lot of fear, guilt, hurt, anger when it comes to money.
Yeah.
And it means our purses are not as heavy as we'd like, and it means our financial tables, the legs, are not as strong as we like. So we want to just go through some ideas with you. And the first one is really about rituals. If we want to set ourselves up to have an abundant, prosperous day, how can we begin in the morning and then end at night in order to have a lofty energy around us? What are your ideas on that?
Well, the thing is you begin the same way that you end. And for me, it's about gratitude. So beginning when I wake up in the morning, giving thanks to the fact, number one, that I woke up, number two, that I still have life, And then all you have to do is just look around you. You look around you, you have a roof over your head, you have food to eat, you have a bed to sleep in. When you start to focus on gratitude, then there is no space in your mind to worry about the things you don't have, because you are just imbued with that which you do have. And so I think that starting with gratitude, and at the end of the day, giving thanks for what you accomplished that day, the people you interacted with, the fact that you were mobile, you were lucid, just all of those things will keep your vibration level up high. And so when you vibrate at a certain frequency, you're better able to attract to you things that also vibrate at that frequency.
Okay. So we're starting the morning in the same way we end the day.
Yes.
We're giving thanks.
Yes.
What about the problems?
What about the problems? Well,
am I supposed to pretend that I don't have problems?
No, you don't pretend that you don't have problems. But the thing is it's all about perspective. And if you can reframe that problem and turn that into an opportunity, the brain hears differently a problem from an opportunity, and it starts to respond accordingly. So I have learned to take a problem and just state it in a more affirmative way. Oh, I get to figure out how to solve this situation. I get to use my mind, and we don't always use our mind to its full potential, but I get to use my mind to come up with creative ways to address this issue. It's an opportunity for me. It's an opportunity to, number one, tap into my potential, that unleashed potential that I've not surfaced before because I didn't have the presence of mind to do so. So I think reframing, it's a technique and a tool, and it really does help.
So you're saying, yes, I didn't achieve this goal, but you're saying instead of boo-hooing and being really drawn down, I get the choice to say, tomorrow or in another hour, I can use my untapped potential
Yes.
to figure out a solution.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, we're talking about the power of the purse, expanding the coins in our purse.
Yeah.
And one of the reality is that we have ourselves, a product, a service that we have to sell.
Yes.
And, and when I say sell ourselves, I mean, if we may be looking for a job and sending out resumes, or in a job, wanting a better job. So it's not just sales.
Right.
However, a lot of time the process of selling or sending out our resume drains us, and we lose our enthusiasm. So once again, any ideas about how do we, I would almost dare to say, invest in enthusiasm? Is that something you resonate with?
Well, I do.
Okay.
Because of the origin of the word. Enthuse means in theos, and theos means in God.
Okay.
And so if you approach what it is that you're doing from that place of, God's got my back, you feel fully supported, then you bring more passion to what it is that you're doing. And again, it's all about vibrational level. So if I'm vibrating up here, thinking in terms of, God's got my back, I have something to give to the world that only I can give. It's unique. It's a mindset. And if you approach your resume writing, or for me, I'm self-employed, and I think in terms of my clients need what I have to offer. What can I do that's going to make their lives easier? And I have all of this creativity right at my fingertips because I call it in through my spiritual practice.
Okay. So we're back to vibration.
Absolutely.
So if I'm feeling down, I sent out 400 resumes, or I'm feeling unappreciated on the job. I have clients, or I don't have enough clients, or I want more clients. It's back to vibration.
It's back to vibration too. And the thing is if you want to attract more clients, then you have to put out that energy that's attractive. I don't do business with people who don't smile. I don't do business with people who are not happy.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, because that, again, if you are happy, you're more passionate about what it is that you're doing, then you bring your highest and your best self to your work, which means that you deliver quality goods and services. That's who I want to attract into my space. That's who I want to do business with. So it all begins and ends with you, and we live our lives from the inside out. So how are you feeling about yourself inside? Do you love yourself? Do you understand the strengths and the gifts that you have? Are you leveraging those strengths and those gifts?
Wow. Those are deep questions. Am I leveraging? But what if I have a supervisor? Like, for example, he may be named Mr. Aubrey, and he gives me a really hard time, and I feel so discouraged. He makes me feel like I have no gifts. I have no talents, Or you've shared with us this really great policy that you only work with people who smile and give you good energy.
Yes.
But I'm down in the dumps. Let me be really honest. What are some things I can do to step up?
Well, see, only you can change that.
All right.
And so
it's not Mr. Aubrey.
It's not Mr. Aubrey. No,
me.
it's not about him.
Oh, it's about me.
Yeah, it's all about you.
My.
Right? Because whatever he does and whatever he says, it won't penetrate into your consciousness if you don't allow it.
Ah.
So you're allowing it, and you're giving him permission to have this kind of power and influence over you.
So he has power over me?
Well, if you succumb
Yes.
to his criticality,
Yes.
to his, demeaning you, whatever he is doing that is bringing you down,
Yes.
zapping you of your energy, he has the influence and the power over you.
Wow, that's big.
In that instance, that's huge.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So don't give your power away.
Okay. So let's dig deep into that, because I like that. So there's this idea that we think scarcity. So I say I want a blue pair of pants, but even though I say I want it, in my heart I feel like I'm not gonna get it.
You're not going to get it.
Okay. Oh, so we're not. I'm not.
No.
Okay, fine. Okay. But I'm saying let's break it down even further, because, what about how I talk to myself?
Yeah.
What I listen to?
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing. So
all
these
of that
three,
makes a
the
difference.
eyes, the ears, the talking to myself. How can I, other than coming to your workshops and following you on social media, what are some ideas, like what am I doing, what can I do to talk to myself better in situations where I feel like I can't earn more, I'm stuck, this is bigger than me, what should I be listening to?
Yeah.
And what should I be looking at to bring my vibration up and get out of scarcity?
Yeah, wow, that's huge. But it's all very, very important too. What you take in, what do you consume? Like, I have very low tolerance for negativity.
Okay.
And so I will move myself, or remove myself, I should say, from situations where people are really negative, because that can affect how I feel. So in order to stay above it, I leave. So number one, so you need to be around people who are encouraging, who are motivating, and not people who are bringing you down, and not people who are miserable and whining all the time, because that's infectious. So that's one thing. What are you listening to?
Yes.
If you listen to radio programs or you watch television programs that are depressing, it's going to have that impact on you if you absorb it. Now, some of us have learned how to watch and observe and not absorb, but a lot of us, you take it in, you feel it, you sense it, and then it impacts you. And so I say to people, be very, very protective of what it is you are letting into your awareness, what it is you're letting into your consciousness. So if you want to approach life from a positive mental mindset, then you have to have influences that are positive. And so listen to the music that uplifts you. Read the books that empower you. Watch the programs that help to build your confidence and your courage. So really be the gatekeeper over what it is you are taking in.
Wow. Okay. In your experience, how do you see this spiritual work turn into dollars and cents? Because a lot of people's like, they're just talking. It's just, what have you seen?
Well, what I've seen from personal experience is that as long as I am enthusiastic, I am passionate about what it is that I do. So that's another thing. If you don't love what you do, you need to find something else. All right. So if you love what you do, you bring your highest and your best self to that. You're going to produce quality deliverables, and then they speak for themselves. So at this tenure in my career, it's been over 40 years, I do not market. Don't have to market because I get repeat business. And sometimes it takes maybe 10 years for the Superior Court to come back around, but they come back around.
Yes.
Why? Because of the legacy that I left before. And the legacy that I left before is high quality work that adds value to what it is that they are doing. And if I came from a place of negativity or if I lack self-confidence, then it would manifest in my work as well. But because I approach life from a higher place, I produce quality deliverables, and therein lies the marketing that I don't have to do because the deliverables speak for themselves.
So what you're saying then, it's a package deal. So I'm raising my vibration by my daily practice.
Yes.
I'm also doing the work.
Yes.
I'm giving good quality work to the people around me.
Absolutely.
I'm building my name.
Absolutely. Your reputation, your credibility.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This then translates into clients,
more business,
work, business, which then translates into cash.
Into cash.
Yeah.
That is correct. So that's the creative process.
Yeah.
You create it first in your mind, right? And then you engage in the work that's going to produce what you need to produce.
Yes.
And that production it has a value. It's marketable.
Right.
And so in my case, if I'm awarded a contract, I have to do the work in order to get paid, but you have to have the work to do to get paid. And so that's how the creative process works. It first starts with the idea, then it goes into your behavior, and for every behavior there's a consequence. And bringing your highest and your best self to your work, doing a quality job, satisfying the needs of your clients yields more business, which equates to dollars in the bank.
Yeah. So then you could easily say that on the job as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if I'm not happy with my current salary, I may not even be happy with my coworkers.
Right.
I can still give my best?
Well, what I say is focus in on those things that you can appreciate.
Okay.
Right? So what you appreciate appreciates. What does that mean? That means that I appreciate the fact, even though it's not my forever job, my favorite job, I appreciate the fact that I can eat, I can clothe myself, I can take care of my financial obligations. So I appreciate what that job affords me the opportunity to do. And so again, it's about, vibration, it's about mindset. And so if I recognize what it is providing for me, and I'm grateful and I'm thankful for it, again, gratitude, then I will do it with a different attitude, an attitude of appreciation, an attitude of gratitude. It will manifest in my work.
Okay. One more.
Yeah.
I am terrified of AI. It's coming for my job.
I love AI.
You love AI?
AI is my best friend.
Okay.
And the reason why AI is my best friend is it affords me the opportunity to be so much smarter in such a short period of time. You can do full proposals using AI. As long as you're very specific about what it is that you're asking, AI will produce it. Now, I would say 98% of the time, it's spot on. So I have to edit it. I have to make sure that it has my voice, and so I'll make some tweaks and some changes. But that saves me an awful lot of time. It's easier to edit something that AI produces than it is for me to create it, write it, and then edit it. And so I'm out in front of the competition because I can respond to those requests for proposals in a shorter period of time, putting me on a shorter list.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at the power of the purse, and we're looking at really adding more coins to your purse and the different strategies, when we look at the spiritual, the emotional, the mental strategies of financial planning, for me in this interview, it comes down to one word, which is vibration.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of research that backs up everything that I am saying, but it really is about where you view the world, where you vibrate from, what you are resonating with. All of that affects your life experience.
So in financial planning, there's a lot of numbers, a lot of future planning. We look ahead. However, if right now things are not going the way you'd like them to go, you want to have a better experience, Reverend Michelle and I are inviting you to look at your vibration. What are you thinking about? What are you looking at? What are you listening to? How are you talking to yourself? These are some ideas that's going to take your financial planning to another level, but it's about increasing your vibration. And if you can vibrate at a higher level and be around people who vibrate at a higher level, then, and I believe Reverend Michelle when she says the results will be amazing. So thank you for tuning in to Financially Focused. Please be sure to visit our website, financiallyfocusedmedia.com. Sign up for our free financial independence course. My name is Dennise Williams, and I'll see you in a minute. In this conversation with Reverend Michelle Senegal, we really looked at some of the hidden treasures in how you talk to yourself, what you watch, what you listen to, becoming how you raise your vibration. So whether you're looking to increase the power of your purse through a better job or an increase at the job you have, or you're looking to build clients, there are strategies that allow you to raise your vibration so that you're actually doing financial planning on the spiritual plane. Yeah, you're building yourself up from the inside, right? So again, be sure to reach out to us and get some more support if you're required. My name is Dennise Williams, your host, and I'll see you next time.